Here are soldiers pointing guns at innocent people.
나 보세요. 나 감염자가 아니라고요.
They fire all citizens regardless of whether they are infected or not, even to a little girl. Let's find out what is happening in this world. Ine is a doctor and a single mother for Miru. One day, she got into a car accident. Jigu, a fireman, falls in love with her at first sight.
절대 떨어지지 않습니다. 네, 됐습니다. 자, 잠시만 그대로 계시고요. 여기 어디에? 이제 올려주세요.
That night, Ine asked Jigu to find her important bag that was in the car. And of course, Jigu finds her bag.
야, 매너는 네가 받아야 되겠다. 매너 있게 진동으로 나야. 받아봐.
아저씨 누군데 우리 엄마 전화를 받아요?
엄마?
Because of the bag, Jigu meets Ine's daughter, Miru.
뭐 잊어버린 물건이 있으면 연락해야 되잖아요.
Meanwhile, containers transporting illegal Filipinos from Hong Kong finds a person who is infected of cold.
No, I'm okay.
Byunggi and Byungwoo are responsible for transporting illegal immigrants. They find people in containers who are horribly dead. The only person who survived in this container was Mongsai. They take Mongsai to their boss.
좀 이상하다. 왜?
But Mongsai runs away. Meanwhile, Byungwoo is not feeling well. Due to the cough in pharmacy, everyone gets infected. And just like that, the spread began. After a few hours, Byungwoo coughed with blood and dies. It wasn't long before a patient with same symptoms were brought to the hospitals. The infection was spread out by many people rapidly. Meanwhile, Miru goes to feed street cat and finds Mongsai, who has the antibody of infection.
몽사이 많이 아파?
And Miru calls Jigu to help Mongsai.
몽사이 아파도 조금만 참아. 알았지? 몽사이!
But when she came back, Mongsai was already gone. But at that moment, there were a lot of people in the city who were found to be infected. Ine realizes how serious this situation is and finds Jigu and Miru. Ine tells Jigu to escape with her.
아저씨, 저 안에 감염자 있어요.
알겠는데요. 내가 구조대원이잖아요.
While escaping, due to Ine's cough, they get caught and goes to the shelter. One day at the shelter, Mongsai was found.
잠시만요. 맞네. 야, 일어나봐.
The doctors at shelter extracted antibodies from Mongsai's blood to produce vaccines. But Ine couldn't wait for the vaccine and puts Mongsai's serum to Miru. But it was cut by the soldiers and Miru was transported to infected area. And Jigu, who was in the infected area, goes to find Miru. And he faces a shocking scene. The government was burning all infected people with dead bodies. A soldier who knew all about this finds his mom in the infected area.
엄마 여기 왜 있냐고. 엄마 저기 가면 죽어.
And end up telling the truth to all the people in the infected area.
치료제 같은 거 없어요. 저기서 이 새끼들이 사람들 다 태워 죽이는 거.
The people who found out about the truth started rioting. And they found Jigu, who is trying to find Miru. Due to the riot, the doctors weren't able to produce vaccine, and Byung-gi's attack injures Mong-sai. They try getting away with Mong-sai, but it was difficult. At that moment, Ine finds out that antibodies cured Miru from the infection.
됐어요. 열도 지금 많이 내렸어요.
But due to heart injury, Mong-sai couldn't make it. And the angry people from Bundang marches to Seoul.
감염장을 만들어야 됩니다. 그래야 정부가 우리를 살릴 대책을 마련해 줄 겁니다.
In the process of suppressing riots, the president, lawmakers, and even the US was intervened. Prime Minister decided to shoot people without president's decision.
전방의 적들을 향해 도전!
나 보내요. 나 감염자가 아니라고요.
You order them to shoot? Are you crazy? There's no reason ever to shoot the innocent people.
제가 명령했습니다.
당신은 사람을 죽였어! 우리 꼴매라!
At that moment, Ine realized her daughter has the antibodies from Mong-sai and goes to tell president.
확실합니까?
Miru finds her mother and runs to her. But Miru crosses the border and soldiers tries to shoot her. And Ine gets shot to protect her daughter. The people who watch this runs towards Miru to protect her from the soldiers.
Tell them to hold fire. 지휘관, 나 대통령인데 발포하지 마세요. 발포하면 안 됩니다.
But Snyder plans a bombarding to civilians with warplanes.
On the ground, we scrambled to fight a bomber minutes ago from those sides.
저 아이입니다. 회복된 게 틀림없습니다.
이 조그만 어린애가 이 미친 감기 이겨낸 거 내가 분명히 봤다고.
장관님, 수방사님 들어가세요. 알겠습니다.
But the president doesn't back down to the US.
지대공 미사일 발사 준비하세요.
시민 여러분, 대비하세요. 폭격기가 오십니다. 대비하세요.
Schneider, we're ready to strike the target.
Target locked. Let's position to fire. 격추하세요.
And finally, Snyder cancels the bombing.
Mission aborted. All birds return to the bird farm.
미사일 발사를 중지합니다. 정부는 그 어떠한 경우에도 여러분들을 포기하지 않습니다. 이제부터 안심하십시오.
And finally, the president dispatches the medical staff and take care of Miru for the vaccines.
우리가 잘 보살피고 있을게.